trust. Been taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Stage dog, leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we're ready, they hit it heavy. I zoom out the price.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7th. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Ready to go.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence flush to his right. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
80 weapons. Hey, right 7. Clear.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Using abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Meanwhile, Ryan's throw caught by Pierce. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Ryan will throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that Diaz had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Rigoberto Sanchez, the kickoff for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the two-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-8.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
On the return, it's Rodgers. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say,
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, his throw incomplete.
had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ryan.
He finds Pierce. It's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Devin Lloyd brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wideout.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 50 yards.
50 yards on the play.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones from 4 yards out. And the Jags are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Ryan. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
The Colts have liked big Mo Alley-Cox more and more over his 4 seasons with the team. Initially known just for his blocking, he's developing into a nice target as a tight end, and there he picks up a first down.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down.
That's complete to Pierce. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Ryan on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Tried to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan.
Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Matt Ryan and connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now Lawrence on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards that time for number 14. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one for Indianapolis resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Buying time to his left. Touchdown! Michael Pittman, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now Etienne to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
From the gun, it's Taylor. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That one finds Pierce right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go play action now. Ryan. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Colts have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Colts 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching him play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Etienne up the middle.
And a short gain here down to the 22.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Hey, I go.
They go play action now. Lawrence
steps away. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Hey, go! Hey, Alpha!
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And some room to work. There he goes, right side.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ready.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Lawrence. And they'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Lawrence will throw.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, quick.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 31, Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
They certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Running left, Taylor. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We never got to see how Jacksonville planned to pair Etienne with James Robinson together last season because a Lisfranc injury kept the rookie from ever reaching the field. But just like the rest of the team, Etienne is starting fresh in 2022, and you can honestly consider this.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And as this defense walks up...